Welcome to another Tony Two Tub video. We're going to talk about the components of a bow drill, the proper components. All right. So the first thing is, right, and this is actually the easiest part. It's actually so easy. Right here is my stick, my bow. I pulled it off of a green branch uh, from some weed that was growing, right? And I let it dry for a little bit. I burrowed a hole through it, got a knot tied to the end of that. You see that? Look at that. It's as simple as it comes. And then down here, I dug out another little hole. Can you see that? I see you. Anyways, um, this is when I got it, when I harvested it. And I just wrap it through there and I tension it as I need. Because sometimes my spindle, right, which I got, it's a scrub oak. And I picked up off the landscape in October, right? So this has been a good friend of mine. I've made a lot of fires with this, and I'm not giving it up. It hasn't given up the ghost, so I'm not giving up on it. The next thing we're going to talk about is spindles. Now, it's about the property of the wood. Spindle, the hearthboard, right? Both of these things, they have to have the right property. Now, it helps if you know the wood and and you're just that guy and you got all the woods done. Oh, this is the best. And then you know the technique for each one. You learn that. That comes with experience and with time. So this is a piece of scrub oak. And I found that this is actually a great little spindle. It doesn't burn out the tip so quickly, right? And I just touched up the little end of it right there. But everything, I'm just keeping it just like this. This here is a piece of, I'm going to go with a piece of, I think it's because it was degraded when I found it. It was a branch and it had no bark on it, which is what you're looking for, right? I need this a little more degraded than this. Not so much to the punky side, but a little more punkier than this, because this is solid oak. So, anyways, that's what I found the other day. So I was gonna make a video on it, but honestly, this one is it's way too hard. It is. I mean, I could do it, but I don't want to. It's a lot more work than I want to. It's better to find the properties when you can. Okay, so I sacrificed making a bow drill video, but I'm going to share with you the properties of it. You want to be able to stick your thumbnail into it. And if it leaves an impression, then it's good, right? That's the properties of the wood, not so much the wood. Um, that's what you're looking for. And I mean, you can even pull them off the same piece. You can find them from different places, but you want something um, that's not going to wear away too much, too quickly, but also enough that's going to make some dust and enough to make some heat. And that's all up on you, right? And technique is 100% everything that you need. Well, 90% of everything what you need. Technique gets the job done, even with marginal material. Technique helps. If you have the right technique, you can get through the job. You don't breathe too heavy. I mean, there's a little slightly winded. I'm much better now, right, than I was when I was uh, Tony Too Fat, right? Oh, when I was Tony Too Fat, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was huffing and puffing, but not now. I'm okay. Um, anyways, I want to show you this last component. TTT for Tony Too Tough. This is my bearing block, right? So it's a piece of fat wood. I harvested from like right over there, right? And I just took the chunk out, whittled it down, and I've had this piece for a minute. I just recently, maybe about 6 months ago, turned it into a bearing block. I knew one day I was going to, and now it came in handy because I burned through all my other bearing blocks. So we got the bearing block. We're going to have our spindle. Now, one thing about the spindle, make that hang 10 sign, right? That's where you want it at. You want it at least a hang 10. I've had this piece that's made a couple of fires, so I've had to whittle it down, but it was hang 10. And same thing with your board. And as far as thickness, that's up to you. People tell you can't use man, I've used 4-inch small little, the size of the width of my four fingers right over here. And I've done it. And as thin as my pinky, I've made it happen. But ideally it sucks. Ideally you want something bigger and thicker and you want something hang 10 sign. That's perfect, right? Get yourself a board, get you one of these, get you one of these, and get you one of these, right? And then it's just a matter of the technique. Watch some of my other videos. I have plenty of them on there, but you got to carve it out with something. And this is the Mora Companion, and it's literally with less than 20 bucks. I'm sure way less than 20 bucks. Either way, it's a good tool. Scandinavian design, or Scandinavian grind, I should say. And it's perfect for whittling a stick. And now I get it all done with this tool right here. It's awesome. So listen, I want to thank you for stopping by. It's been fun having you, and I like making this stuff on my own. I didn't make an ember today, but and again, that's what it comes down to: get the right material. But I can at least use it as an opportunity to show you all the components. So go on, get your dirt on, get out in the woods, go play. Go on now. Now get.